kids.
Me too.
I wish I knew how to quit eating bugs.
This seems so
James Bond.
There's no place like home.
I'm gonna make him an offer again with you.
Hey, and welcome to Gone with the Wind. Unfortunately, Manny's got a family emergency, so he's not going to able to make it today. So he's left me and Dan in charge. So this is going to go well. But that being said, we've also got a special guest here. We've got Jeff Snyder here. Jeff, how's it going?
Thank you for having me, guys. It's going well. It's an exciting SAG Sunday.
But we've also got Dan here as usual. Dan, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good. I've been watching some TV shows. I'm excited to review these shows, and they're not coming out for the next couple of weeks. So can't wait for people to read some of my reviews of these new shows that are coming out.
Yeah. But with that being said, we're going to jump into this. And as we always do, we start with what we've watched this past week. So, Jeff, what have you watched this past week?
Oh boy, what did I watch this past week? Not enough. I feel like I'm just drowning in screeners. You know what I watched? I watched the revival of Law and Order this week, which was a big deal because I'm a big Law and Order buff. So it's good to see Sam Waterston back as Jack McCoy, and I like the cast that they've surrounded him with. Hugh Dancy and Jeffrey Donovan, I really like. And geez, what else? I did watch 5 episodes of the Uber series that's going to be on Showtime starting tonight with Joseph Gordon-Levitt as like the Uber founder. And are you guys planning to watch that?
I definitely watched that. Now that you said that, I didn't even know anything about that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's very much like The Social Network, where it's like the founding of Uber, and he's a bit of a douchebag, if you will. Forgive my language. Yeah. And Kyle Chandler co-stars. So that was pretty interesting. I don't know if I watched an actual movie this week. I watched. I showed JTE in April this movie, Plain Clothes. Have either of you heard of that?
God, it rings a bell.
I've vaguely heard of it.
It's from 1988, and it's like a high school murder mystery, if you will. It's like a cop goes back to high school because his brother's been accused of murdering a teacher, so he goes undercover as a student to try to find the real killer.
I do remember that now that you said
Scarlett Howard. It's one of my favorites, so I showed it to them. And yeah, what about you? What did you guys watch?
But Dan, what have you watched this past week?
Well, I will tell you, I'm under embargo for these, but I will just briefly give my opinion. I saw the Batman on Thursday, and it's phenomenal. I absolutely love it.
Dan, you're breaking embargo. What if Warner Brothers finds this video?
Yeah, well, what are you going to say? I'm not going to give any details, but I just love it. I could say I love it because that's like a tweet, right? You could tweet about it. That's not in breaking embargo, is it? By saying you love it, it's great.
I'm expecting Warner Brothers to kick in Dan's door right now, and he just gets dragged away back by Men in Black.
I think the Twitter embargo was like Thursday or something like that.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So I love it. I love our Pats. I can't wait for people to see this. If you're a fan of films like Seven and Zodiac, you're going to love this movie. You are going to love this movie if you're a fan of those type of movies. Noir thrillers. And that's what this is. A noir thriller set in the Batman / Gotham City universe. Also, another one, it's under embargo till tomorrow, but briefly, Jeff, it's kind of interesting that Jeff's on here for this because Jeff and I grew up in the same area of Massachusetts, and we're kind of big Celtics fans. Mm-hmm. So despite the fact that we didn't like the Los Angeles Lakers, I'm sure you respect what they did in the 1980s.
Of course, yeah, no, I respect the Lakers and nobody else.
Yeah, that's it. And so Winning Time, Adam McKay's executive producer. Wow. John C. Reilly and Jerry Buss, fantastic. The newcomers are great. The whole cast is fantastic. His unique style, McKay's, he brings it right to the show, Winning Time. And I cannot wait for people to see Winning Time, especially if you're huge sports fans like Jeff and I are. And if you're a Lakers fan, I think you're going to like this a lot because it's based on the book Showtime by, I believe, Jeff Pearlman. I think the guy's name is Jeff Pearlman. So you're going to love this. Winning Time. I can't wait for people to see this. Same thing with the Batman. And I'm only a few episodes in, but I'm in Ptolemy Gray.
Okay, yeah.
Jackson. Oh, my God. So far.
Really? I had trouble getting into that one. But you're telling me I should stick with it, Dan?
Oh, yeah. Dominique Fishback so far. She's fantastic. I love Sam Jackson in it so far. I'm only 2 episodes in.
Okay.
So I got 4 episodes left for that. And I did watch all 15 Oscar-nominated shorts this week.
Wow.
And I recommend Robin for the, I think that's going to win animated short. The Riz Ahmed one, The Long Goodbye, is going to win the linear one or the regular with the story. And I'll tell you, documentary is interesting. Boy, that category is slam packed. All of those are very good. But I'm going to go with The Queen of Basketball for the documentary short. But that documentary short category is packed with 5 great films. But I watched all 15 of them. My reviews are up live, so you guys can see them, or if you want to search for my reviews. But that's pretty much what I saw this week.
Okay.
Yeah, and like for me, I watched Spencer and Uncharted last week. Spencer, I thought was actually really interesting. And I'm glad that Chris Stewart got nominated for the Oscar because I think she's great as Princess Diana. And Uncharted is a lot of fun. Like I'm a big fan of the games, and and I know the movie hasn't been loved by a lot of people, but I thought it's a lot of fun. It's just what you need in an action movie, really. I haven't really watched a lot of new stuff. Like I watched The Kingsman when it dropped on Disney Plus, but that's about it for me. Kingsman was enjoyable.
It had some cool action sequences.
Yeah. There's some fun action. That scene in the ballroom where they're fighting over, and what's his name is eating the cake
Rasputin.
Rasputin.
Yeah.
And tell me you didn't Malcolm, I want to be honest. Did you know that was Reese Ifans as Rasputin? Before you look at the credits, obviously you'll see the credits.
I mean, I think I broke that piece of casting, so yes, I did.
Malcolm, did you know that was Reese Ifans?
I mean, it's one of those ones like I honestly don't remember Risa fans and looking normal. So I think most of the times he's either covered in CGI like the lizard, or
He's a blonde-haired white guy.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, that's kind of one of those meetings. Like, I don't know what Risa fans looks normally, so I knew who was in the movie.
And he doesn't look anything like himself as Rasputin. I mean, I didn't even know it was him until I looked at the credits. I said, "What? That's Reese Evans? That's crazy, man!" I love it when these actors can do that, though. You know.
But that is what we've watched this past week, and it came out this week that the Oscars have decided to try something that they attempted to do a few years ago. They're going to cut 8 categories from the main telecast. They're going to give them out sort of an hour before, and then they're going to edit them into the broadcast. The categories that they're doing this time is editing, sound, makeup, hairstyling, score, production design, and the 3 documentary, the 3 short categories. Dad, what are your thoughts on this move?
Well, I know they're trying to shorten the broadcast. They're trying to make it more quote unquote entertaining. So if we put these awards on an hour before the broadcast and record them and then fit them in to the show while people are watching, they think, well, that's going to make it flow better. It's going to move faster that way. I, on the other hand, don't think that's the case. I don't think that's going to make the show flow or move any faster. I know they probably, 4-hour show. Why not just start the show at 7:00? I know on the West Coast, that means the red carpet's got to start earlier and all that kind of stuff. But this is like the Super Bowl to me. It's one day out of the entire year. Just give us whatever the length of the show is, however long the show is. We're going to watch it. People that are a fan of this stuff, the Oscars, movies in general, are going to watch this. I'm going to watch it. We're all going to watch it. I would imagine Jeff would watch it. I'm putting your name in my mouth, Jeff. I mean, we are fans of this. We're pundits. We're Oscarologists. We will watch an Oscar show that's relatively a normal show. So if it has to be 4 hours, it's 4 hours. I will still enjoy it because I love movies. And I feel like whatever they give us one day a year, I can handle this one day a year. The Super Bowl, they start at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They go to like 11 o'clock at night with pregame and this and that and the other concerts, then the game, and then after the game. So it's our Super Bowl. The Oscars is our Super Bowl. And I feel like let's give us what we are here for, to watch a great show, watch as many. Let us see these awards live. And I don't think pre-recording these awards and putting them into the show is a good idea. But I know they're not taking them away. We know they're there. I'm not on that train. Oh, I can't believe they're taking them away. I know they're not taking them away. I just don't like the fact that they're pre-recording them and adding them in like as segments throughout the show. That's my opinion. So there you go.
Yeah. And Jeff, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I have a lot of thoughts. I think it was a decision that was, they don't consult the whole membership on these things, right? It's just like the board of directors, and maybe they reach out. They did reach out to the branches, but like, what are the branches even supposed to do? Like, of course, they're like going to go along with it. Like there wasn't much pushback, it felt like, but it just seemed poorly communicated to them because they were caught off guard. That they didn't even know that that's what the meeting was, right? That they were going to be told that their categories were cut. I mean, I think it's just like a slap in the face. It's very insulting to these below the line artists who are really only recognized this one night a year. The other 364 nights a year, America's obsessed with celebrity anyways. And you're right, we're not going to like lose these awards from the broadcast or anything, but we are going to know who already won the awards, right? So because the Academy is planning on revealing the winners on social media an hour before the show, because you can't keep that, you can't try to keep it secret. Right? You can't give out an Oscars an hour before and then try to keep it secret. So I get acknowledging on social media this is who won, but then it just takes the suspense out of the show. I just don't understand trying to trim down stuff and then adding things like the fan favorite category, right? Where they're going to be spending X amount of minutes giving an award to Cinderella or whatever it is. It just and you're right, Dan, what you were saying, where they're chasing this hypothetical viewer who does not exist, who if the show's 3 hours and 20 minutes, right, you're not going to be like, well, it's 3 hours and 20 minutes, oh, I'm out, but wait, I got it down to 3 hours, well, now I'm in. Like that 20 minutes isn't really going to matter to the average person. And I think that they do need to try to retain the audience that they have rather than chase people who are just busy watching TikToks and YouTube anyways. That's how they're going to consume the show, is via clips.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those ones that for me, have no idea whether. Oh, there we are. For me, it's one of those ones like the categories that they've chosen. Like most of them are the below lines. The one that surprised me that they decided to do this too is score, because when you got people like Hans Zimmer nominated, like big name score, like composers.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be one thing if like the scores was about a whole like 5 people that may be up and comers in that, but when you've got some big names in the and it's like, it's really weird that that's one of the ones they decide to relegate to the pre-show. So it's just. But yeah, I definitely agree. It's definitely a slap in the face to, especially the shorts. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a big person that watches the shorts all the time. But a lot of the times the people that make these shorts, they do everything, and it's one of those ones like, I think getting them to see their time on the stage and actually like do the walk up and that, I think is a big deal for them. And it's just, I mean, part of me is hoping that this is going to end up being a case of they're going to change that decision close to the time, like they did last time they floated this idea.
They walk back every decision that they make within 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah.
By
But
the way,
yeah,
shout out to Josephine DeMarco in the chat. She's making some good points in there.
Yeah, she is a good. She does add some good points when we get her. Yeah, Josephine.
yeah,
She's been fantastic for weeks now. But yeah, I mean, let's just give the fans of movies what they want for that one day a year. Let's not cut things. Let's not edit things out. Let's not shortchange people like composers and the shorts people that this is their stage, because not a lot of people care about the shorts as it is, and give these people their moment. We all remember that moment when what was it, that Netflix short one about female things keep. What was the one? Remember that one, Jeff? You remember?
He's trying to pin it on me. Look, you remember that one, Jeff? I really
remember.
But,
There was a Netflix movie, and she'd get in there. I can't believe a short about female blah 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 one. And it's like, those are the moments you want. Those are the moments you cherish when you're trying to watch
yes
the Oscars.
Yeah.
And why, you don't want to shortchange these people that are going to have that one opportunity. You don't know what they're going to say and what those moments where people are going to step on chairs and walk to the front and step on people and run, or trip over something. Or these moments are what makes the Oscars great. And you don't want to kind of lose those moments by taking some of these categories away that potentially could bring those moments, and that's kind of sad that they're trying to do that, because those TikTok whatever people, those people aren't your real audience, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, and talking about the Twitter TikTok one, one thing I actually realized that the Oscars actually announced earlier this week as well, which I only just remembered, is the Oscars announced that the 5 finalists for this Oscars Chair Moment award thing that they've brought in that Twitter people. So the 5 finalists for the Oscars Chair Moment is the Avengers Assemble moment from Avengers Endgame, Effie Wrights and I'm Telling You I'm Not Going from Dreamgirls, The Flash Speed Force from Zack Snyder's Justice League, Neo dodging bullets from The Matrix, and Spider-Man Team Up from Spider-Man No Way Home. So, I mean, because I think I saw Bibbs tweet out about this, like, a lot of the people, clearly a lot of people on Twitter is going for a lot of the more recent moments and, like, not going for it really early on in the thing. But, Dad, any thoughts on this Oscars Chair Moment nomination list?
Yeah, these moments, I don't know about these moments. I'll tell you, some of these moments seem a little wishy-washy to me. I mean, they don't go very far back, do they? Where do they go back to Matrix?
Like earliest one is 99.
Yeah, come on now. What film only exists for 23 years or whatever? I mean, give me a break here. There's so many great moments going back.
Yeah, but you could say that about anything. They could have put a moment from the 70s in there, and it would be like, what? Film only goes back 45 years? Like,
well,
like I never really understand that line of thinking. How about we just call it what it is, which is an absolute embarrassment? I mean, like Justice League is one of the top 5 cheerable moments in movie history. Like the Academy, I almost tweeted something horribly nasty about the Academy yesterday, and I'm glad I didn't, because then I went to a meeting and there was an Academy executive at the meeting. But like, what has this organization become? They are supposed to uphold culture, right? They're supposed to be the highest standard, and we're talking about Justice League in a poll. Like, what are you doing, Academy? Get rid of these social media interns who are 22 years old. Okay, stop trying to get engagement and just lead by example. They're embarrassing.
And my thing is this. I feel like more nominees, more categories will bring in more of an audience. When you're dealing with like stunt ensemble, casting, bumping up the categories, the acting categories to 6 nominees, the directing category, 6, getting more people, more potential nominees of more films that people might have liked. Oh, such and such has directed that film. I might watch because I want to see if they
Maybe Best Stunts moves the needle a little bit because it honors some bigger, movie. But like, I don't think that people are like staying up to watch the visual effects Oscar. Like, I don't think they're like 13-year-olds are like, oh my god, who's gonna win?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones. I don't know if like bumping up the nominees will get more engagement. Like, I think with the Oscars, I think the people who go to watch the Oscars watch it all the time. Because I mean, like any casual moviegoer's not going to stay up like 4 hours to watch the Oscars. Unlike sort of all of us that whose job is basically watching movies essentially. But with that being said, we're going to move on. Talking about acting, we're going to move over to the Screen Actors Guild because that's tonight. So we're going to move over to some positive stuff here. And
I got ready to go here, Malcolm.
Yep.
All
I'll
right,
let Dan take this off. So
all right, so we'll just start with the big one. Instead of working backwards, we'll start at the big one. We got Best Ensemble. We got Don't Look Up, Coda, Belfast, King Richard, House of Gucci. Jeff, have you come to a conclusion on what you're going to go with on Best Ensemble?
I mean, a few weeks ago, I might have said King Richard, but I do think that Coda is picking up momentum, and I think that Coda is going to win tonight, and it's going to really throw a wrench in the Best Picture race at the Oscars.
Malcolm?
yeah, I mean, I've also got Coda as well, because I saw the, as I said, I saw this for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and just it blew me away. And I think it's the number one on Gold Derby at the moment too. So
yeah, I'm bucking the trends here, I guess. I mean, I love Coda. I've seen all these movies, and I love most of these movies. But I just feel like I just have an inkling that when they go for an ensemble, they want to go for the biggest cast. And I just have this feeling that they want to go for a cast with a lot of stars in it, a lot of big names in it. And I'm just going to go with, I'm probably going to be wrong. It's probably going to be Coda or Belfast or King Richard, one of them three. But I'm going to go with Don't Look Up because I just feel like they're going to go with the biggest cast. And there's a big bunch of big stars on that cast. Plus, you got people like Rob Morgan, who's probably never been nominated for a SAG before. And if he could win, this will be a first win for him. And some of these people like that. So I'm going to go with Don't Look Up. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm sticking with that. The big cast, since that's the biggest cast of the bunch. All right, let's go with Best Actress. This is a very contentious race. You got Nicole Kidman, Jessica Chastain, Lady Gaga, Jennifer Hudson, and Olivia Colman. Jeff, who do you got in this one?
I got Nicole Kidman for being the Ricardos. I think that there were a lot of doubters about her casting early on. I think that she won a lot of people over.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I don't know if the hell as this is going to go because me and Jeff didn't talk before this, but I've also got Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, I had up until earlier today, I had Jessica Chastain because I've been seeing her everywhere on all these different awards, like Gold Derby. She's doing interviews. She's doing for Collider. She's doing talk shows left and right. She is really campaigning hard to win the Oscar. And I thought maybe Jessica Chastain might be, but because of something Jeff said a lot on for your consideration, I believe that movie came out so long ago. And she's been campaigning. It is kind of this drawn out thing that she's been doing, Jessica Chastain. And maybe people are kind of like sick of the eyes of Tammy Faye at this point. I don't know if they even saw the movie, but I'm right. I think I'm right with you guys. And I got Nicole Kidman as well. From what I hear, she has not won a SAG award. So this will be her first SAG award win. And it makes sense. that they would give her one. What do you guys think? Do you think that's a good narrative there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
I
I
mean,
just don't think anyone is sitting there with their SAG ballot being like, geez, have we given Nicole Kidman a SAG award in the last 30 years?
Yeah.
We haven't? Oh, I got to give her one then. I just don't think it
Yeah.
works like that. That's why, to me, history it literally has no impact on anything.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I mean, the other one that I'm sort of think that could cause upset, that could make things interesting, is if Lady Gaga pulls out the win here. I mean, I still haven't got around to seeing House of Gucci. I'll probably see it eventually. But it's one of those ones like Lady Gaga is one of these 5 that isn't actually nominated for the Oscars. So it's going to make the Oscar race a lot interesting if she pulls out the win.
Yeah, no, you're right. That would really throw a wrench into things if she won this. All right, let's go to Best Actor. I think I can go with 1, 2, 3. Will Smith, right? Everybody, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got just all the awards in the bag.
I mean, this is one of those ones. It's funny. We had Matt Neglia a few weeks ago on Gone with the Wind from Next Best Picture Show, and he said he was pushing Will Smith out of Telluride, and that's where the narrative came from for Will Smith for King Richard, and it's been that
the
way.
The narrative for Will Smith came from Matt Neglia from Next Best Picture.
Yeah, that's what he told. Now that's what he told me. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I believe him or not, but
geez, I hope Will sends him a fruit basket when he wins an Oscar.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, if Neglia pushed this from Telluride and this is what it's gonna go to, that tells you that guy, that Next Best Picture has a lot of pull if that's the case, if they're pushing stuff like this,
Yeah. I mean, and it's one of those ones for this one specifically. It's definitely an extra good narrative for Will Smith because he gets revenge on Denzel for back in 2001 where he was nominated for Ali, and Denzel won that year.
Yeah, what we're talking about, what Jeff just said, Malcolm. Nobody cares about what happened 20 years ago.
It's about the movies in front of your face, man.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's his turn. Look, we don't like to say it's his turn or her turn or whatever, but be honest, it's Will's turn. Right?
Okay, it's his turn and he's overdue, but what about the fact that he also just happened to give the best male performance of the year?
Absolutely agree. I absolutely agree 100%, Jeff.
Oh yeah, I mean, just clarify what I said. I wasn't saying the Will Smith will win because he lost to Denzel a few years ago. I was just saying it's an extra interesting narrative that Will Smith will get revenge on Denzel, even though they're different movies here. So
yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Malcolm. And it just so happens that is part of the narrative. That they like to create these type of situations. All right, let's go to probably the biggest lock, or maybe the second biggest lock. And I think we got Best Supporting Actress, Ariana DeBose, Kristen Dunst, Catriona Balfe, Ruth Negga, Cate Blanchett. As much as I'd love to see Cate Blanchett win this, we all know who's going to win this. Right, guys? Ariana DeBose. Am I correct in assuming this? Or no, Jeff? Well, you got somebody else?
I just think Kirsten Dunst is a much stronger contender than people give her credit for. Whether Ariana DeBose, she may win, but I'm going to sit here and just nod in agreement that it's she's got in the bag. No, I can't bring myself to do that.
All right, well that's good then. So we got a little bit of disagreement here, Jeff. Jeff's going for Kirsten Dunst for The Power of the Dog. Malcolm, do you agree or disagree with Jeff?
I agree with Jeff. I'm also going Kirsten Dunst.
Whoa! I guess I'm the outlier here. That I'll go with the Ariana DeBose. And I'll tell you, I want to explain. Look, this role already won an Oscar 60 years ago. But if you watch that movie, it's the most dynamic role in the entire movie. And if you look at her playing this character, she looks like she's doing something the rest of the people aren't even doing. It doesn't even look like they're at her level in this movie, in my opinion. She's just killing it in this movie. And it's obviously that role is a great role because now she's been nominated for a bunch of awards for the very same role that what's her name again? God, I I can't think of her name, from the 60 years ago, and she won.
Rita Moreno.
Rita Moreno. Everybody's on board with Jeff.
I don't know about that, but and Landon Talbot says that he thought Andrew Garfield gave the best performance in 2021. Totally legitimate opinion. Andrew Garfield is terrific in that movie. I just think the performance is like a little manic and a little mannered. It's a little theater kiddish, and I feel like Will Smith kind of transformed physically, and it's more restrained. I just feel like there's more going on beneath the surface, whereas with Andrew Garfield, more of it is like external. And I really like Robin DeJesus in Tick, Tick, Boom. So I'm not even sure that Andrew Garfield gave the best performance in that movie. But
no, I did love Robin DeJesus.
Yes. Well, good pronunciation. I've been calling him Robin DeJesus all season.
I caught our host Manning doing the same thing. He says, I can't believe I did that. He said, "Yeah, it's DeJesus." But no, I think that Robin DeJesus was great in that. But he complimented Andrew Garfield very well. But no, I mean, it's Will's. I mean, it's Will's. But yeah, I like Ariana DeBose in this because I just think she gives the most dynamic performance out of the whole bunch in a movie that really doesn't have a lot of dynamic performances.
Let me ask you this. The fact that Rita Moreno won an Oscar for the same role, you don't think that sort of is just like, whoever plays Anita in West Side Story, it has this material to win her an Oscar? Like, it doesn't even matter who it is. Like, it's just the role, or is it?
We've only seen the movie now twice. We saw the 61 version. We saw this version. We only seen it twice. So you've only had two people play this role, and it's obvious that both people killed it in this role. So it's not like we've seen this role like the Joker 5 times, or
fair enough.
And the thing about this is one of those stats that I love, is because we have Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro winning for Vito Corleone. We have Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix winning for the Joker. And now we have this. It'll be the first woman dual people playing the same role. And it'll be the first diversity. It'll be the first actor.
If it happens.
Yeah, if it happens.
Yeah.
If it happens. So there's a lot of narrative here that really could make a good thing for this, but it's got to start tonight. Like you said, it's got to start tonight. If Dunst wins tonight, that's going to derail DeBose right off the bat.
Or it'll help. That's the thing. You just never know. Like, if she loses, right? So then people say, "Oh my God, Ariana DeBose, she was so snubbed. We got to make it up to her by giving her an Oscar in a few weeks."
Yeah. No, you're right about that.
It's a psychology game.
And now this is another one that's a tough one, because obviously we know the two front runners here. Best supporting actor, we got Cody Smith-McPhee, Troy Kotsur, Bradley Cooper, Jared Leto, Ben Affleck. Affleck's not in the Oscars nominee for this category, which I think is a travesty. I think he was great in The Tender Bar in this role. Jeff, I know you've been on the Troy Kotsur train here, so I want to see if you're sticking with this.
I mean, it could go either way. I think it's between him and Cody, obviously. I don't know if the larger SAG membership helps or hurts Troy Kotsur. I just think that Cody Smith-McPhee is young and he's going to have a whole bunch of opportunities. And this is like a once-in-a-lifetime role for Troy Kotsur. And I think that SAG and the Academy are different beasts. Did Paul Raci win SAG last year for Sound of Metal?
Oh God, Malcolm.
I forget, but like,
I will look.
Malcolm,
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Malcolm's the lookup guy. He's good at looking this stuff up while we're live on the air. He can pull up this stuff really quick.
I think I'm just getting at the point that, like, Paul Raci was excellent last year in The Sound of Metal, but he didn't win the Oscar, right?
Paul Raci, Best Supporting Actor.
Paul Raci didn't get the Oscar.
Right, and so I feel like this is almost like their chance to make it up to that community in a sense. But Troy Kotsur was great; he deserves it. So,
who got Best Actor last year? Was it Daniel Kaluuya won Best Supporting Actor?
Yes.
Yeah, so he was the front runner for Best Supporting Actor in a bunch of those last year. I forget who won Best Actor. I told you I'll forget about whatever. I just know Frances McDormand won for Best Actress for Nomadland. But yeah, I'm all on the Cody Smith McPhee train here. But I'm right with you guys as far as Troy Kotsur goes, because this will be the second deaf actor to win an Oscar. But we're talking about SAG, and this would be I don't know if Marlee Matlin won the SAG, if they had SAG when Marlee Matlin was going for Children of a Lesser God back in the day, the 90s, mid-90s, early 90s. But my thing is this, and you tell me if I'm wrong here, Jeff. I feel like Cody Smith McPhee is like the Timothy Hutton of this year, where we're going to see him clean up this year. This is going to be the big year breakthrough. And then he's just going to drop off. We're not going to see him again, and he's going to disappear. And he's just not going to have a great career after this. Am I wrong on that? Or
yes.
you think Cody Smith McPhee will take this and this will catapult him into more stardom and more better roles, and he'll keep getting nominated for all these other roles and stuff?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, because I mean, I think that was the thing with Timothy Hutton. Oh my God, this kid was on fire in Ordinary People, and he did a great job. And then all of a sudden, where did his career go? You know, I don't know.
Paul Racy wasn't even nominated for the SAGs last year.
Oh wow!
But Daniel Kaluuya won both SAG and the Oscar.
Okay, so I think whoever gets this is probably going to be our front runner for the Oscar, more than likely. So if it is Troy Kotsur, he might be the front runner for the Oscar, and Cody slipped back. You know, Cody might have slipped to second place as far as that stuff goes.
I just wonder if age is a factor here. We'll see.
Yeah, age. Yeah, I mean, but what is? I mean, I don't even know what else Troy Kotsur has ever been in besides this.
Doesn't matter.
No, but I mean, it's that was just the thing. I was like, who is Troy Kotsur? Where did he come from? You know, but I like to know. Kind of.
I think it just speaks to the fact that there aren't a lot of high profile deaf projects. I mean, maybe there's one a year. So, and they can't all go to the same deaf actors, right? So,
well, we did have Lauren Ridloff.
Opportunities.
We did have Lauren Ridloff in Eternals. So we had kind of a deaf movie and a deaf character in another movie. So yeah. You're right. There is, and this could be Jeff. This could be the year where they do what they did for Parasite, for a disabled movie, a movie with disabled people, and they wanted to champion disabled actors, and this is their way to champion disabled actors. And there's probably
I don't think of them like that. I doubt that they think of themselves like that. I think it's just clearly the best movie with the best story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Coda. Don't get me wrong. I was kicking myself when I missed it at Sundance last year. And then I ended up seeing it in August. So, and I was just blown away when I saw it in August.
It's in theaters. If anybody hasn't seen it, go see it tonight. It's in theaters. It's for free. You don't even have to pay.
Yep. Absolutely right. I know Cinemark has got it at Cinemark, so I know that for a fact. So I don't know what other theaters have it, but I know Cinemarks have it, and they have a bunch of showings of it. Malcolm, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I've also got Troy Kotsur in this, and I just quickly looked him up. Apparently, he played a Tusken Raider scout in an episode of The Mandalorian.
Cool.
And he played Barnaby in the number 23.
Oh, so the Jim Carrey movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the worst movies ever, by the way.
That doesn't do him any favors.
Horrible movie.
Yeah, not the best Jim Carrey movie ever. All right, so the last category here, we got Best Stunt Ensemble. Jeff, what do you got?
What are the nominees, Dan? Take it away.
I forgot. I don't know why I didn't read the dang nominees. I don't know what I'm doing here. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, No Time to Die, Dune, Black Widow, and the Matrix Resurrections. What was that comment? Did you have a comment there, Malcolm?
No, Josephine just said that for her if Anders Danielson Lee was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, that's who she would have gone with.
He was great.
He
really was.
Worst person in the world?
Yeah.
Very good. Very, very good. You're absolutely right. All right. So
I guess I'm gonna go with Dune. Even though, I don't know if the stunts were all that impressive.
well, I like the sand stuff. And I would have gone with Dune as well. All the action on the planet, on the Arrakis. There was a lot of great action on Arrakis.
Shang-Chi could win.
That's what I got. I got
Yeah.
Shang-Chi because of two scenes. The bus scene and the scaffolding scene.
Yeah, the scaffolding scene was brilliant.
Oh my God, that scaffolding scene was amazing. And the bus scene freaking might be the best bus scene in any movie ever.
Yeah, Shang-Chi, you know what? Shang-Chi, I may have to change my pick because I really can't remember what the stunt work in Dune was like. It's all VFX. So I'm going to go Shang-Chi. It seemed much more impressive to me.
All right. Malcolm, what do you got for stunt ensemble?
It looks like I'm going to be the outlier here. I actually went No Time to Die.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, for me, I do think it's probably going to be between Shang-Chi or No Time to Die personally, because like Matrix is good, but just like Dune, I think there's a lot of that which is mostly visual effects as opposed to stunts. So I think when it comes to stunts, it's probably going to go to one of the other three, and as much as I like Black Widow, I don't think the stunts were that impressive. So yeah, so I'm officially going No Time to Die on this.
I think a lot of CGI in the Black Widow stunts, I believe, and that's what kind of discourages me for the Black Widow stuff. But like the motorcycle, was that really real? I mean, that was amazing what he does with the motorcycle, and then the car when the car's getting shot up.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool practical effects, I would say, in both movies.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that I like about No Time to Die, Malcolm. So that's a good pick there. But
yeah,
let's go throw it back to Malcolm here, and Malcolm, you can I guess end the show.
But yeah, the last thing I will mention is in the description below. There's the link to vote for the Gone with the Wind Awards. We announced the nominations for them last week. So yeah, in the description of this YouTube video is the form to vote for the awards.
Just don't vote for Cinderella, guys. You're better than that.
Yeah.
Cinderella wasn't nominated for the Gone with the Wind Awards.
Thank God.
So wait, the Gone with the Wind Awards have their own nominees. It's not like okay.
Yeah. Because basically what we did is we did a whole nomination process, got people to nominate what they thought, and I'll have to go back and look, but the Worst Person in the World got a lot of nominations. It's really loved and the people that watched. So
cool.
But yeah, but with that's come to the end of the show. But so Jeff, where can people find you online?
At the InSnyder on Twitter. I am the editor of Below the Line, BTLnews.com. Follow us on social media platforms. I got a column at LA Magazine that I just filed today, and I'm writing for the Ankler. So maybe you'll be reading about some Cody Smith McPhee stuff soon.
Ooh, can't wait for some. Hope he gets Nightcrawler. Hope he gets reprised his role as Nightcrawler. I loved him as Nightcrawler. That would be if we can get him back.
It's not that. It's not that, man. Sorry.
I'm just saying because I heard some like inklings that he was like, "Yeah, I'd love to come back as Nightcrawler." I'm like, "Yeah, I want him as Nightcrawler."
Wait, what did Fish Mazedge do to get blocked? Why did we block this guy?
Oh, it was a Russian spam bot.
Ooh, Russian spam bots. You know, Russia, you're very bad. Very bad.
Bad.
We stand with Ukraine.
Yeah, you can find me at disappointmentmedia.com where I write about all kinds of things like my Batman review, my Winning Time review, my Ptolemy Gray review will be up in the next week or so. I do retrospectives. I do anniversaries. We got a Criterion Voyages segment where I review a new Criterion movie every week. I'm writing about all kinds of different things on disappointmentmedia.com. Also, if I'm not writing on disappointmentmedia.com, I'm writing on my own blog, fromthefourthrow.wordpress.com. So that means I'm writing about pretty much everything out there on one of those two places. If you want to go follow me on just regular social medias, you can find me at Dan Skip Allen on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest, or DP Skip Allen, or From the Fourth Row. I'm all over the place on social media. I got a couple of YouTube shows that are on hiatus. One of them is going to be coming back pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. That's Bleacher Features. Hopefully we'll get Jeff on an episode of Bleacher Features this season, because I know Jeff's a big sports fan, so I know that's right up his alley. But yeah, I'm everywhere, and I'm writing all kinds of different stuff.
And for me, you can find me on Tayford Productions, where I host Rankum every Saturday night. Yesterday we did top 12 Bruce Willis movies. Next week we are doing top 12 DC animated movies, in honor of the Batman, of course. And you can also find me writing trivia and appearing all over the place. But for us here, that is Gone Off the Wind. We'll be back next week. And yeah, just watch movies.